Hi, my name is Tristan Earl. I am doing an assignment for my master's program in special education through the College of Grand Canyon University. My professor is Aaron Darris. We were asked to do a case study for the required components of the transition process on a student named Alex who is 17 years old with the ASD, that is the autism spectrum disorder. Alex has a lot of strengths when it comes to detail orientation as well as entering data. Alex is capable of being in the workplace, utilizing appropriate manners, appropriate behaviors, and is a team player that has consistently shown that he is capable of being willing to step in when needed to stay after work or completing his job efficiently. This is all due to the punctuality and the efficiency of his work routine, albeit his slow rate at which he completes his work. He is able to finish his work and is a person who the employer would like to employ for more hours as he graduates from high school. For measurable post secondary goals for the education slash vocational training, jobs and employment, and independent living, I believe his goals outside of his secondary education should be when he finishes high school, he will enroll at his local community college in order to complete an associate's degree in business finance. This is supported and allows Alex to continually work with his strengths and his abilities for detail orientation, specifically with numbers. Alex will also continue to remain in his part time local office supply store, working as a part time worker. This will allow Alex to uphold the standard at work while continuing his socialization with coworkers and the other individuals he is meeting at his job, so like the customers. Alex will also continue to remain entering numerical data and keeping stock at his job to reinforce the strengths that he has already. And this also goes along with his business finance degree. And he will also be able to utilize different socialization methods and strategies to promote his interpersonal relationships. For support for IEP goals and services, including transition activities and people/agencies who can provide support, it is imperative that he continues to communicate with his boss. In the case file, it said that Alex was nervous to communicate any issues that he has had with his boss due to the fact that he understands that his boss can fire him at any point. This is a behavior that we would like to correct so that Alex can continue to communicate and learn that communication is a necessary requirement in living outside of the education system, the general education system of the secondary schooling. Alex can be supported through different agencies that are willing to go observe him and collect data on his behavior so that he can adequately perform his job at a level that is high. We want Alex to make sure that everything that he is doing is done so to improve his ability to communicate with other individuals. Alex also needs to communicate with his local community college that he will be attending in the upcoming year. This is being done so that the class is and the school is able to provide him with different counseling academically and socially to ensure that he is successful in all aspects of his college. If this is not done, he will struggle repeatedly on creating those interpersonal relationships as well as potentially his academics. I believe that two transitional strategies that will promote a successful transition for Alex is to utilize public transportation and to learn how to create schedules. I believe that this is important because it allows Alex to understand the necessity of public transportation. A lot of families do not have the means or the funds to provide a student or any child that they have with their own personal car. And unfortunately, this being the case, Alex needs to learn how to use the bus. He needs to learn how to use the subway, wherever public transportation is, so that he can get to work and school on time. This also plays into creating schedules, because understanding when the bus schedule is, understanding when his class is, understanding the different social um, aspects of life requires some planning. Creating schedules will allow him to see a visual and to understand the importance of creating moments throughout your day to time manage consistently. Another strategy, another two strategies I believe will assist the parents as well as Alex to adequately transition, is to consistently communicate and collaborate with the services that are being provided to Alex. That being said, that requires the parents and the student to be both on page with the counseling services, so that they are all aware of Alex's needs and his strengths at that particular moment in his life. This is done so that Alex can be the best version of himself, both academically and socially. This also creates an environment where Alex feels respected and dignified, so that he can learn and progress in life at an optimal rate. Another aspect of a strategy that will only improve Alex's abilities and his strengths is to not look at Alex's disability, more so his strengths. When you view the perspective of Alex as someone who is capable of doing things rather than incapable of doing things, that allows Alex to believe that he can master all the different things in his life. And that perspective that Alex takes will allow Alex to be able to move forward and master one thing and then master another thing, utilizing something called mastery motivation. So it is imperative that whoever is consistently working with Alex, that they are on top of his ability and understanding his strengths and areas of need, but only looking to improve the strengths and utilize his strengths at the best, in the best way possible. I appreciate you listening to my video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.